Folks, in my 20 years in the league, I've never seen anything like this. What's unfolding right now behind closed doors, in the shadowy corners of NFL headquarters and team war rooms, is nothing short of a seismic event that could redefine the future of the Chicago Bears and send shockwaves across the league. I'm talking about an elite-level trade that's not just possible, it's happening, I swear, and it involves a name that every true fanatic needs to have on their radar, Jake Matthews. This isn't just a rumor whispered in NFL circles or some insider speculation. No. What I'm about to reveal is based on deep intel, credible sources, confidential conversations, and a network of contacts that normally only see the light in the darkest backrooms of NFL power players. Trust me, what I'm about to tell you could be the biggest trade of the offseason, and if it comes to fruition, which I strongly believe it will reshape the Bears' offensive line future, elevate their Super Bowl aspirations, and put the league on notice. And here's the thing, this is just the beginning, because I've got more to reveal, more layers to peel back, and a secret that, once uncovered, will have you questioning everything you thought you knew about this year's NFL landscape. So if you're serious about getting the inside scoop, the real deal, then lock in, hit that subscribe button, smash that like, because what I'm about to lay out has the potential to change the entire trajectory of the Bears franchise. And if you're one of the insiders, the true fans who wants to get the edge, stay tuned. You're about to see a level of NFL analysis that's rarely, if ever, exposed. This is the draft analyst insider you never knew you needed. Let's go deep because this story is layered, complex, and dangerously explosive. Now first, let's talk about the team at the center of this storm, the Chicago Bears. Since Ben Johnson's arrival, this franchise has been riding the wave of fresh optimism, and rightfully so. From their exhilarating playoff victory over Green Bay, their first in over 15 years, to their rapid roster upgrades, the Bears are rebuilding at a pace that defies the league's usual slow grind. Johnson's innovative offense, infused with a new sense of swagger, has set the league on fire. But if they're serious about chasing a Super Bowl, and let's be honest, that's the real goal here, they recognize the biggest gap on their roster isn't just talent, but stability on the line, especially at left tackle. And why left tackle? Because, folks, protecting Caleb Williams, the franchise quarterback of the future, is paramount. You see, the Bears are now positioned perfectly, after an 11-6 playoff season and a roster retooling, that adding a future Hall of Famer on the blind side isn't just a luxury, it's an absolute necessity. It's the cornerstone of any championship ambition. And right now, that cornerstone is shattering because Jake Matthews, yes, Jake Matthews, the Atlanta Falcons stalwart, is sitting as the most coveted offensive lineman potentially available this offseason. Why Matthews? Because in the NFL, durability and consistency are everything. And few players exemplify those qualities better than Jacob Thomas Matthews. At 33, he's a rare breed of player who combines elite pass protection with relentless durability, setting NFL records for consecutive starts and core leadership. As of recent reports, Matthews is on a trajectory that only a handful of linemen in NFL history have come close to. His current streak of 193 consecutive starts, which will tie Doug Deacon's top 5 record, makes him the ultimate Iron Man. The kind of player who instills trust in a coaching staff, motivates teammates, and almost guarantees stability for any franchise. But what makes Matthews even more valuable, especially in today's NFL, is his technical mastery. His pass block win rate, hovering at 93%, ranks him among the top tackles across the league. His footwork, precise. His punch, disruptive. His ability to anchor against the league's most ferocious pass rushers, unmatched. And at 6'6" and 308 pounds, he's got the size, leverage, and IQ to dominate. Now let's dig into his current contract. Matthews is signed through 2028 with the Falcons, thanks to a series of lucrative extensions that have kept him in Atlanta. Most recently, a 2-year, $45 million extension signed just last March, which includes a hefty $22 million guaranteed, keeps him firmly in the prime of his career. But that's the catch. Contractually, he's a highly tradable asset because Atlanta's window is, frankly, closing on their current roster's championship potential. They're in a rebuild mode, and with the Falcons' cap situation and roster turnover, this might be the optimal moment to strike. Now, why are the Bears the ideal landing spot? Because, folks, their offensive line, despite their progress, still has glaring holes. And I mean glaring. Darnell Wright is promising, no doubt, but he's still young and prone to some consistency issues. Tevin Jenkins has been a roller coaster. Braxton Jones flashes promise but remains unproven as a full-time starter. They need that glue guy, that veteran presence to anchor their line for years to come. Someone like Matthews would not just fill a hole, he would set a new standard. His leadership alone, combined with his elite proficiency, would elevate the entire offense. But make no mistake, this isn't just about adding another star. It's about sending a message. The Bears are going all in. They're saying to the league, we're serious about the Super Bowl, and who better to help them get there than Jake Matthews, the guy who's been through the wars, played in big moments like Super Bowl LI, and has the respect of every coach and player in the NFL. Here is how the trade mechanics could look, based on my sources. Atlanta is valuing Matthews at a package of picks that could start with their second-rounder in this draft and possibly include a future day 2 pick or a promising young player. A package that's fair but also reflects Matthews' elite status. The Bears, with their aggressive cap space and burgeoning roster, are prepared to include a young offensive lineman like Tevin Jenkins or a promising safety, plus those picks. It's all about leverage, timing, and a willingness to make a bold move. Atlanta wants to rebuild and shed salary, while Chicago wants to cement its offensive line with a proven superstar. Cap-wise, this trade would be feasible. Matthews' contract is hefty but manageable within the Bears' current cap space, especially if they restructure or extend certain players. Atlanta gains a haul of picks, plus a young player who can develop into a starter. The ripple effect. Both teams benefit. The Falcons reset their roster and draft capital, and the Bears lock down a franchise cornerstone for the next 5 years. Now, from a scheme perspective, Matthews blends seamlessly with the Bears' revamped offensive identity. Johnson's offense emphasizes quick passes, outside zone runs, and line mobility, all areas where Matthews excels. His film reveals a player who's not just a technician but an athlete who can adapt to modern NFL schemes. Watch his tape against edge rushers like Micah Parsons, Max Crosby, or Joey Bosa. What you'll see is a masterclass in footwork, hand placement, and spatial awareness. His ability to stay in front of explosive defenders makes him a perfect fit for Chicago's plans. And let's compare Matthews to current Bears on the depth chart. While Darnell Wright has shown flashes, he's still raw, and Tevin Jenkins has injury concerns. Right now, that's an area crying out for stability and elite talent. Matthews provides that, plus everything you want as a team chasing a dynasty. The best-case scenario. Matthews transforms the entire line, creating a shield for Caleb Williams, who can now operate with far less pressure. The worst case? Fine-tuning, but even then, Matthews remains a first-ballot Hall of Fame caliber player. Final verdict? Stop and think, if this trade happens, it's game over for the league's perception of Chicago. They're not just improving, they're declaring war. Matthews' experience, durability, and elite skill set make him the perfect piece for Johnson's offense and the franchise's championship ambitions. This isn't just a move, it's a statement, a clear signal to every team in the league. Chicago is here to dominate. And mark my words, the stars are aligning. Expect the rumors to explode in the coming weeks. Expect Atlanta to listen. Expect the Bears to push hard. Because in the NFL, sometimes, history is written not with big splashes on draft day, but with bold, calculated trades that change everything. And I firmly believe this is one of those moments. Now, stay locked in because I've got more details. More layers, more secrets that will blow your mind. If you thought the story was over, think again, because what I'm about to reveal next will make your jaw drop. The real power players behind this move aren't just the GMs or coaches. No. It's a network of insiders, billionaires, and even international stakeholders with eyes on the NFL's crown jewel, the Chicago Bears. That's right, this isn't just about one player or a simple trade. It's about a game-changing strategy, a master plan, and a future that's being written in secret. And here's the truth. The global interest in Matthews is unprecedented. Rumors swirl of a consortium of investors from the Middle East and Asia who see the Bears as a global brand, a market that can be expanded with the addition of a veteran like Matthews. The league's top brass, They're whispering about a championship window they're trying to open for Chicago, and Matthews could be the key. In this climate, the stakes are higher than ever. Think about it, Matthews' durability, his leadership, his almost mythic status as an Iron Man, these are not just traits that teams want. They're assets that can be leveraged in a worldwide branding war. Imagine the marketing campaigns, international broadcasts, and global fan engagement once Matthews dons the blue and orange. It's a strategic move with billions of dollars backing it, and insiders are whispering that this could be the catalyst for Chicago's transformation into a true NFL powerhouse. But what about the timing? Sources tell me that both teams are operating with surgical precision. The Falcons want a clean rebuild, shed contracts, acquire capital, and the Bears are ready to pounce. The negotiations, they've been ongoing in quiet meetings for weeks, with high-level advisors involved. The deal, if it happens, could be announced as soon as the NFL Combine or Draft night, but everything is lining up perfectly. As for Matthews himself, he's aware. He's been in contact with the Bears' front office about the possibility, his agent. They're pushing for a move that assures his legacy, his durability record, and a shot at that elusive Super Bowl. And if he lands in Chicago, the ripple effects will be felt everywhere, the league, the fans, the betting markets. So what's coming next? Watch this space. Because I've laid out the full playbook, and what's left is just the final moves. Keep your eyes on the reports, the insiders, the whispers at Hollis Hall and the Atlanta front office. Because when this trade goes down, and I believe it will be a story for the ages. And here's my vibe. This isn't a gamble. It's a calculated risk based on years of pattern recognition, insider info, and a deep understanding of NFL power dynamics. Matthews isn't just a player, he's a symbol. A symbol of what's possible when a franchise dares to dream big, to push past limits, and to make history. This is the moment where Chicago's destiny could be rewritten with one bold move. Jake Matthews, future Hall of Famer, Iron Man, and now possibly Chicago Bear, is the wild card that could turn this offseason into something legendary. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and I promise, the best is yet to come.